I want to welcome you live to the ballpark at Jackson in Jackson, Tennessee, Day 2 of the SSAC Baseball Championship. Jeremy Smith alongside David Turner as we ready to begin Pool B action this morning with the Loyola Wolfpack, the number 2 overall seed in this tournament, entering at 36-14, and the Thomas Nighthawks, number 6 overall seed, entering at 21-29. Thomas and Loyola have met 3 times this season. It was a series sweep by the Wolfpack back on February the 21st and 22nd. New ball game here. Thomas, the home team today, in the green with the gray. Loyola in the, I'm going to call it garnet and gold for the Wolfpack of Loyola. Loyola winners yesterday over Mobile 9-4. Thomas fell to Abraham Baldwin 9-7 in what was really the best game of the day. Very good game. They got a leadoff triple in the 9th. Looked like they were in business, and then ABAC slammed the door with 3 straight strikeouts to end that ball game. Let's go through these lineups as we get you ready to go for this one. I'll tell you first about the man on the mound while David Turner gets ready to tell you about this Loyola lineup. The man on the mound is number 29, Dustin Letchworth, a 6-foot graduate right-hander out of Lakeland, Florida. Letchworth on the season has appeared in 13 games and 10 starts. So this will be his 11th start of the year, 14th appearance overall. 36 strikeouts over 46 1/3 innings of work. A little bit of a control issue at 26 walks and 9 hit batsmen. 272 batting average against, and an ERA of 5.83. That is Dustin Letchworth. I'll set the defense for you after we go through the lineup for Loyola.
Lineup for the Wolfpack of Loyola, graciously, they left it the same as yesterday. So if you tune in then, you know it. But anyway,
makes our job easier.
It does. Leading off will be number 24, second baseman Brandon Mooney. Batting second will be the left fielder Garrett Felix. Batting third will be number 7, Cole Romero, the center fielder. Following him in the cleanup spot, Landon Manson, the first baseman. The fifth 5-hole hitter will be Marcus Steen, the DH. Followed by him will be Miles Liggins, the right fielder, number 33. Then we'll have the catcher, number 34, Drew Lee, in that 7-hole. Batting 8th will be the shortstop, Ben Harris. And finally, the 9-hole hitter will be Jackson Burat, the third baseman, wearing number 10.
Let's go around the horn here. Letchworth's battery mate is Braden Lahan. First to third defensively, J.T. Watley at first base, his first appearance in this tournament. Second base is Mike Sowers. Third base is Matthew Williams, and the shortstop is Seth Waltemeyer. Left to right in the outfield, it's Cameron Rosario, his first appearance in this tournament. It's also first appearance in the tournament for the center fielder Hunter Kern, and then the right fielder Aiden Reyes. It's a 3-0 count here as Lechmeyer trying to find the zone and gets that one over the inside corner of the plate, and it's a 2-1 or a 3-1 count now on Brandon Mooney. Mooney flashed the leather yesterday, had a solid day offensively, but had a phenomenal day defensively. That one grounded, fouled. Got a couple busloads of young people here. And you got, looks like Ryan Chapman, who appeared yesterday in relief for Thomas, is going up and greeting the kids, and they're having a blast with it. That one hit to the left fielder. Ball's caught, so Mooney is retired. A nice job by Letchworth to battle out of a 3-0 hole and get that out.
It's a good job tracking that one off the bat, too, for Rosario. Ball diving away from him, able to read it and get there.
This is really cool. As you're watching the game, we can see down here there's a whole group of kids they brought in on a busloads of kids, and you got Ryan Chapman, one of the relievers from Thomas, went through and just shook hands with all the kids, and you got kids with baseballs that want Ryan Chapman to sign the baseball for them, and it's got to be a cool experience for small college guys. So I think now everybody's looking for a pin. So
Yeah.
I don't think Ryan Chapman expected to get the autograph request, and so they're scrambling looking for pins. And one little girl, and here comes the Loyola team to come greet them. If our guys, I don't know if we can get a camera shot of that at all, but it's really cool. The kids are like flooding to the rail like it's a Taylor Swift concert. And they're just wanting to meet these Loyola guys, and it's really cool. Let's see. Right here, you got that shot is all of them seated. But if you look over toward the Loyola dugout, you'll see kids responding there. You got Thomas players over here in the corner. That was great. You could see just a little bit of it before that pitch that you got this entire group of kids over there meeting Loyola guys. It's a really cool thing. So tournament environment starting off good here on day 2 at the ballpark at Jackson. Thanks to our great production crew for the work they're doing getting that shot. And really neat. 3-2 count here. That one's sent to left center field, gap slicing, and almost burns the left fielder. He does a great job cutting it off. Throw gave him a shot. If it was a little more on the bag, he might have had the shot there, but a great job hustling out of the box for Garrett Felix to get that double. The defensive play prevented the triple. And again, Loyola guys making sure they're going through and shaking every hand of every kid here. Give some of those guys a shout out. That's Ryder Loop down there. It looks like Thomas Hakimian for sure, just based off jersey numbers that we're seeing. Nice job by
Evan Dellick's down there signing a ball right now.
Yeah. Looks like Charlie Nichols may be down there as well, signing a ball, signing a glove. That's really cool, man. The smiles on the faces of the players might be bigger than the smiles on the faces of the kids. Caden Duran going through meeting guys. Frank Fernandez, a star from yesterday's game for sure. I'm going to tell you, if you're getting autographs from college guys and just for the fun of it, might want to hold on to the Frank Fernandez ball the way he threw yesterday. Somebody may be looking at him. He threw really, really well. 0-2 count right here on Cole Romero with one out and a runner on second. Grinder down the third baseline, and that's going to stay fair. That's going to get down into the corner. It's at least 2 for Cole Romero. Back-to-back doubles for the Wolfpack, and they take a 1-0 lead here. So the Wolfpack up 1-0. That was that 5 minutes will be a great memory for that elementary school class and for the Loyola players that went through and met them. 0-2 count, and he laced it down the third baseline for the double. So nice job in a. You're really trying to shorten up and protect there at 0-2, and he managed to find a pitch that he could handle and got a big knock out of it.
Well, he didn't try to do too much with it. It's just take it where it's pitched and go with it that way. It's a good approach, solid approach with, like you said, with 2 strikes. And that gets us to the 4-hole hitter.
Yeah, Landon Manson. You have updated numbers on Landon in what is now his 50th game of the season.
Yeah, 362 average, 6 home runs, 40 RBIs here on the season.
2-0 count on Manson with a runner out at second. Letchworth delivers. This is away, 3-0.
Gets the strike, makes it 3-1. See where Letchworth goes with this pitch.
Letchworth delivers. Takes away. Landon Manson draws a walk. Marcus Steen to the dish. – Going to have a mound visit early, I think, as we've got a coach emerging from the dugout. Got the umpire's attention, and he's going to have a visit with Letchworth. Yeah, you got to keep it on the rails early here.
Yeah.
Thomas had some defensive miscues yesterday that compounded a few control issues, and then those control issues developed for Wydra as he wore down.
Yeah, and the control issues kind of wound down because the 3 errors in the field is.
And then you end up getting deep in your bullpen.
Right.
And you really don't want to do that, especially not early here today.
Yeah, obviously you think you've got at least one more game to play. You don't want to get deep in that bullpen, burn everybody out. You need your starter to go. You'd love for him to go 5-6 innings here if at all possible. Yesterday we had a couple of those performances. We had starters go 7 innings, and a couple of them into the 8th, really saving the bullpen for those teams.
One nothing is your score. Steen digs in, shows bunt, pulls back. 1-0. One count, over for a strike. Steen going to have to protect with 2 on him here, and if you're Letchworth, you want nothing more than a ground ball to your second baseman.
Yeah. Well, you just went outside on him. You might want to come back inside low, try to get him to nub something off and go to either short or second, like you said. Went back away, and that one's low.
2-2 here. You don't have to give in here at 2-2. You can go with something with a little movement in the zone to try to keep him from barreling it.
Yeah, you're definitely not fastball only at this point. That's
There's
what he
the
threw.
Grounder, and he got the foresight at first. So good job by Steen to turn on that thing enough to get it to the first baseman, hit behind the runners. If that thing is hit a few feet over, it's double play ball.
And for Watley, you at least got one. You got one. That's all, what you had to have right there. And he does that. You've got 2 outs now, so you don't have the pressure. You just got to get the 1 out.
So to the dish, one of the hottest hitters yesterday, Miles Liggins. And you know what Liggins can do. If you come inside, middle in on that ball, it might get put over the monster. He hit one off of it yesterday.
Liggins came into yesterday just over 200 batting average. He comes in today because of that day yesterday, a 216 average.
Actually, I think he was at like 152 yesterday to start.
I can't remember.
I believe it was something.
It may be.
And now Liggins grounds out. And the inning is over. But, yeah, that's where he had entered yesterday with –
I got stuff right here. Let's see.
Remember, he had only started 6 games. Yeah, he was at 152 yesterday. How I remember that, I don't know. But he elevated the batting average by 60 points yesterday, so pretty impressive. But great job by Letchworth to get out of the jam, allowing only 1. We head to the bottom half in the SSAC Baseball Championship. First pitch, chopper to the shortstop. They can't pick it. Cameron Tyson, who had I believe had 4 hits yesterday, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that, but he was an absolute menace yesterday, is aboard on an error to start this one. Give you this lineup for Thomas after I tell you about the man on the mound for Loyola, and that is number 16, Cole Bordez, the 6'1 junior out of Metairie, Louisiana. Bordez in his 14th appearance and his 6th start, a 4.38 ERA and a 3-1 record, 29 strikeouts over 39 innings of work, 20 walks, a 256 batting average against. I'll set the defense for you after David Turner tells you about this Nighthawk lineup with Hunter Kern at the dish right now.
And it is Hunter Kern batting in that number 2 position. He is the center fielder here this morning. Followed by him, the 3-hole hitter will be number 18, Braden Lawhon, the catcher. The 4-hole hitter will be Aiden Reyes, the right fielder. Followed by him will be Cameron Rosario batting 5th, the left fielder. Then we'll go down to the second baseman, number 23, Mike Sowers, batting 6th. Batting 7 will be the first baseman, number 6, J.T. Watley. Followed by the third baseman, number 10, Matthew Williams. And rounding out the lineup will be number 7, Seth Waltemeyer, the shortstop.
2-1 is the count right now on Hunter Kern. Tyson at first, and Kern gets a piece of that one and sends it to the right fielder. And Thomas with something brewing to start. We saw this from them yesterday. They jumped on ABAC early with 4 runs in the first and looked like the aggressive team. Yeah. They're attacking early, hitting the first pitch if it's there, but then they kind of less effective as the game went on. The approach changed just a little bit, and I think that some of that's adjustment by ABAC. But the biggest thing that was the difference, because if you remember, they got 15 hits off of Ray Jordan, the ABAC starter yesterday. They just weren't able to put the runs in. There's a bunt drop down. Nice sacrifice bunt by your 3-hole, Braden Lawhon. When your 3-hole hitter is going to drop down a sacrifice, that tells you about the unselfish play.
That does. Yeah, 3-hole guy, usually somebody you want swinging away, but they're willing to lay down a bunt, move 2 runners over, get 2 guys in scoring position. For your cleanup, Aiden Reyes. Reyes batting .269 on the season with 16 RBIs.
That one misses outside. That one fouled off. Misses away. That one misses outside as well, so Reyes has worked it full. This Bordez trying to find a way to get through this at bat.
Walks, the bases loaded.
Rosario steps up. Cameron Rosario, we didn't see yesterday. He's a 6'2 senior out of Jacksonville, Florida. He's the left fielder in this lineup, a transfer from Florida A&M. Hits it to the third baseman, and they will get the out at second, and Rosario grabs the knee immediately. Oh, no. He legged it out to stay out of the double play and landed awkwardly as he stepped across the base and immediately grabbed the knee. Rosario, the second leading hitter on this team at .338 on the season. But the trainer out to check on him immediately. We'll hold it here. The run scored. Rosario gets the RBI. By legging that out down the first base line, it allowed Tyson to score because it prevented the double play. So an RBI, but at what cost right now for Rosario is the question. He's up, and he looks like he's going to stay in the game or try to, but he's not moving well. I think you got to pull him right now just because you can re-enter him.
Yeah, right.
But this might be the time to not make him run the bases. I don't know. They put his helmet back in his hand. He's going to try to jog it out. Tougher man than I. Okay, moving better than we expected.
I tell you, the way he came off that bag and it just shot him up in the air like that.
Yeah.
Did not look good.
No, he's moving well right now,
Yeah, thankfully
though.
he is.
You're right. It was as awkward as it could be, and that bag had no give in it the way that he landed on it. And he immediately grabbed that leg. But Rosario will stay in the game, so that's good news.
That's one of those things when you're trying to bust it down the line and beat something out, your steps may not be timed with the bag, and you have to change something on that last step. That could have happened to him, and change your gait. And when you do that, you slam your hip or whatever into the bag, and then it results in that. Like the bag explodes when you step on it almost.
Yeah. That one misses inside to Mike Sowers. 2 away in the inning now, but a run 90 feet away. Thomas could take the lead if Sowers can find a way to get him home. One and one.
There's a shot. Left fielder working
Dry
back.
all the way back off the top of the wall. That ball carrying, not as much wind as we had yesterday. That was all Mike Sowers on that one. And that thing, again, in any other park, if you watched yesterday, you know we talked about these dimensions, the big blue monster in left field. Any other park, that ball's out of here. But he hits, I think it's a 20-foot wall is what we learned last year. That thing's 19 feet high where it hit.
Well off the top of that wall, and then able to leg it out. Left fielder back underneath the wall a little too much. Had to run in front of it, chase the ball down a little bit. So it's a 3 spot here in the bottom of the first for Thomas. JT Watley now at the plate.
Yeah, Watley from Moultrie, Georgia. Our first time seeing him this week.
.297 average coming into this one. 3 home runs, 24 RBI on the season. It's appeared in, this is his 38th game, 118 plate appearances. This is 119.
2-1 count on him. Watley awaits. Takes inside, 3-1. That one over for a strike. Full count payoff pitch coming to JT Watley. He's got a runner out on second as a 3-1 Thomas lead following the Sowers double that plated Kern and Rosario. And he'll take low, and the inning continues, and Bordez scuffling right now. It's early. Loyola going to come have a conversation with him, and then there's guys headed to the bullpen. Loyola can't afford to let it run off the rails. Again, this is a pool play format. There are 2 automatic bids in this conference. They will go to the winner of each respective pool here throughout the first 3 days of this tournament. The 2 pool winners will meet for the conference championship on Saturday. You have Abraham Baldwin at 1-0 in this pool. You have Loyola at 1-0 in this pool. And you get into a unique situation for Loyola if you were to drop this one and you go to 1-1. Abraham Baldwin will play Mobile later. If Mobile were to win that game, now everybody's 1-1, and all bets are off, and you don't control your own destiny tomorrow. And if you're Thomas, you win this game, and you're back into a situation where you get some measure of control. That one's sent over the head of the shortstop. They're going to send the runner home. 4-1 lead for the Nighthawks, and then the runner gets hung off a second. Got a little too froggy, hit rounding toward third, and the throw came back behind him, and they picked him off of second. But a single and an RBI makes it a 4-1 ball game. Nighthawks put up 4 in the first yesterday. They put up 4 in the first today. We head to the second in the SSAC Baseball Championship.
College sports communicators are the lifeblood of any broadcast on television.
Our communicators, our comm leads, our sports information directors, all those folks who touch this industry are really unsung heroes.
They love their university, they love their work. They go out of their way to present the great image for the university, for the players that they represent.
Learn more at collegesportscommunicators.com/celebratecsc.
Years from now, what will you remember? That. It's a small thing. But you know the small things in life feel the biggest.
I'm doing it, Dad!
Now that is something to remember.
Back here live for the second inning, and Drew Lee leading off.
Lee, the catcher, batting .280 on the season. 17 RBIs. Letchworth quickly behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. That one catches the corner for strike 1.
Lifted. Left side, foul territory, long run, slicing out of play. Foul back. Right side. And squeezed easily by Reyes. One away in the inning. That will get Ben Harris to the plate.
Harris, 154 on the season. Just plate appearance or at bat number 53 for him.
That one misses outside.
Letchworth deals it. That one's off the plate inside.
That one spiked. 3-0 here. Letchworth got to try to find a way to get back in the count. Over for a strike, so he stays in it here. Grounder, left side foul. Lined up the middle and a base hit for Ben Harris.
How that didn't catch Letchworth, I don't know. Came right back at him. I'll bring up the third baseman, number 10, Jackson Burat. He's got a 281 average on the season, 31 RBI, a couple of homers.
Man from Prairieville, Louisiana. Trying to find a way to add a little pressure here to Letchworth in the second. Loyola wants to avoid that shutdown inning. Find a way to get at least one back. That one's in the dirt. Throws over. Back safely.
That's close. We mentioned it yesterday. Loyola leading the conference in stolen bases. They come in with 178 in just over 200 attempts, so they are active on the base pass.
Second baseman over. Gets the lead runner. Not in time to turn the double play.
Thomas, in their own right, active on the base pass as well. 100 steals as a team, 101 actually.
Yeah, they are. Back to the top of the order in Brandon Mooney, 2 away. That was a big out.
It was.
A great job by Sowers. It was a split-second decision to flip the hips and go to second. He realized he had a play. Big cut, can't get it for Brandon Mooney. Letchworth toes the rubber, sets and delivers. That breaking ball fouled away. It's an 0-2 count now. Letchworth finds the grip on the baseball. That one grounded to Sowers. And the one-out single amounts to nothing. Good job by Letchworth working through that brief blip. And 4-1, Thomas leads after 1.5 on the SSAC Baseball Championship.
Now batting first base. Come on now. Let's go, baby.
There you go. I knew you'd be back. You grabbed me, the Rawlings Trio, the most advanced baseball bat on the planet. And check out my window, man. That's the window to power, to a batting title, to post-game interviews. You and me, we're gonna light this guy up. Looking good, right? And that first rounder on the mound, I don't care if he goes curve, slider, or he's just throwing gas. With me, you've got the bat speed to catch up to anything. The fellas in the lab say it's because my extended barrel, composite handle, and end cap. Look, man, all I know is I've got the biggest sweet spot in the game, and that's the difference between fouling one off and lacing one into the gap. Yeah, feel that weight? That's me talking to your hands. With my balance and your quick wrist, this chump doesn't even know what he's up against. Listen, don't look right now, but his girlfriend's eyeballing you. All right, focus, man. It's showtime, baby.
"4-1 is the lead for Thomas as we start the bottom of the second here. And it's Seth Waltemeyer at the plate.
Waltemeyer on the season, a .367 average, the highest on this team, and 120 at-bats. 20 RBIs. That's a little nubber to the shortstop.
Slow roller. And nice job by Ben Harris to get that play. Waltemeyer was busting it down the line. It's one of those that off the bat, you're reading like it's coming at you, and then the grass just kills it, and you got to make that adjustment quickly. And I think in that small space to accelerate that way to get to that ball and stay in control, that's an underrated trait. Cameron Tyson lifts it right center field, drifting over, squeezing it. Easily for the out is Cole Romero. 2 away now. This is big for Bordez. He threw 24 pitches in the first, and he's, 3 pitches into this inning and has 2 outs. Now Kern to the plate. Singleton scored his first time. Strike 1 to Kern.
Strike 2.
Kern opened the day hitting .229. He'll take away there, 1-2. Line to the shorts, or to the second baseman rather. Mooney can't get to it. Kern will check up after the big turn, and it's a 2-out single for Hunter Kern. Now Lahan had a sac bunt his first time. That one misses. Over for a strike, 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Sent to left center field gap. Ranging over is Romero, and he'll make the play, and it's a relatively easy inning for Bordez. We head to the third, 4-1 Thomas, SSAC.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student-athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
Hometown ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
Garrett Felix over for a strike.
Felix leading the Wolfpack with a 409 average.
1-1's your count. Low and in, 2-1. Fouled back. That one buried inside, missed. Full count now on Garrett Felix. Letchworth looking for a good payoff pitch here. That one lifted left side, long run, fair ball. And it's a bloop double.
Yeah, that's a tough play. Ball couldn't have been placed any better had he gone out there and just laid it on the turf.
Yeah. So a bloop double to lead off the inning for Felix. Third baseman with an impossible scenario where he's running back to the infield, trying to look back and track that ball. Left fielder couldn't find it.
And it's by no means a good clean hit if you're Felix, but you take
Right.
the outcome every single time.
Well, and it's another one of those things. If you're the left fielder on that play, Rosario, that ball is going foul over by third base. It's not your ball. You're not going to get to it. The wind right now is blowing across
Opposite of what it did yesterday.
Exactly. So it's blowing across out of foul territory back in. That wind catches that ball and keeps it fair and drops it right down on that line on what looked like it was definitely a foul ball. And so if you watch the third baseman, Williams, on that play, he's trailing toward foul territory because that's where it's going off the bat, and he's got to veer back in, and now he's completely out of sorts, and there's not much he can do with it. And still got close to it somehow.
Yeah, and it was a long range for him to get back there and get under the ball anyway.
Yeah. So 3-0. Cole Romero with a runner out at second and a hitter's count. He takes here 3-1. He's the 3-hole hitter on this Wolfpack team. He's driven in their only run to this point. Had a double in his first trip. That one fouled off. And lost in all of our conversation about that play is the fact that Felix has 2 doubles now. The first one, an absolute shot. And the second one, as you noted, a blooper that could not have been placed any better. And a hustle out of the box. Big cut for Romero. Can't get it. It's in the dirt. They'll pick up and throw to first, and there's one away. Going back to that Felix double, the other aspect of that is it would be easy for Felix to think that's a foul ball and not to hustle out of the box. It's going to get Landon Manson to the dish. He walked his first time. That one will miss. Landon Manson awaits the 1-0. Now way ahead 2-0 here. That one over for a strike. Kicks and fires. Misses. Landon Manson way ahead 3-1. Hitters count here. Runner out on second base. His team down 3 in the third. Misses away. Manson works a walk.
It's going to bring up the DH, Marcus Steen, to the dish.
Steen digs in. 0 for 1 in this one. Misses away. That one misses as well. 2-0. That one over for a strike. 2-1 now. Letchworth laboring just a little bit here this inning. Already up to 62 pitches prior to the start of this at bat. Big cut, can't get it. 2-2. Sent to the shortstop. To second for one, on to first, no throw. So Steen reaches on the fielder's choice. Manson is erased. Felix is at third. It gets Miles Liggins to the plate with 2 out in a 4-1 ball game. He represents the tying run here in the third. Big cut through that for Liggins. Throw down to second.
Great
got
throw.
him. What a throw. They got him by 5 feet.
They did.
And Lawhon has thrown out a couple of runners in this tournament.
And the throw was up the line just a little bit, but a slow break from first really just led it to being a perfect spot when the second baseman got to it.
Yeah, they were going for that delayed double steal situation to try to get a run out of that, and Lawhon was all over it. And so Thomas gets out of the inning, leading 4-1, headed to the bottom of the third, SSAC.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaa.org.
At Risk Strategies, we know how important the health and well-being of your student athletes are. During their time in college, they'll face pressure from all different directions, from performance expectations to rigorous physical training, strict schedules, and bodily injuries. These are just a few of the stressors that can be burdens to your dedicated student athletes. With Academic Sports Care, our athletic division focuses on providing specialized insurance and health and wellness solutions exclusively for college and university athletic programs to help your students succeed by staying healthy and safe, offering best-in-class services through innovation and care. Academic Sports Care is a winning solution for your student athletes.
Bordez goes back to work in this one after a good inning last time out. He'll be met by the leadoff man for the inning for the Nighthawks, Aiden Reyes. Reyes walked his first plate appearance. Now down quickly, 2 strikes to Bordez. Bordez gets him to swing through it, 3 quick pitches, and 1 out for the Wolfpack. Bordez had that rough outing in the first inning, but since then has seemed to get things back under control. Just now at 40 pitches. That first pitch now to Rosario is a strike.
Yeah, control's been good. It also helps him that Thomas has been attacking early in the count. So a lot of quick results. That one fouled back. That one misses. Ball and 2 strikes right now to Cameron Rosario. Rosario legged out what looked to be a sure double play. That kept the inning going and allowed a run to score. Now he's in a similar position, and he beats it out again on a grounder to shortstop.
Great stop by Short. Just a tough throw. Pop back up, make it all the way across the diamond.
So Rosario aboard again. His first hit of the tournament.
Sowers now to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a couple of RBI.
Big cut through that one for Sowers.
Sowers, that big double off the top of the monster back in the first inning.
About a 19-foot high ball when it hit the monster out there. This is away. That one's over for a strike. You know, I go back to that ball, and I think I said at the time that's out in most parks because it's 19 feet high. The other thing, though, is that wall's in at 318. A lot of times these corners are 330, and so that might just have been a fly ball out in other places. But it was one of these.
Great play.
What a play on the double play. It was one of those Jackson Ballpark doubles.
Yep.
But that's a double play, and that's the same in every park. 4-1 lead for Thomas as we head to the top of the 4th, the SSAC Baseball Championship.
Enter Win1, a platform that unifies athletic management into one intuitive system. With custom profiles for every role within your department, everyone is instantly on the same page. Streamline eligibility tracking with automated transcript updates. Simplify scheduling with a centralized calendar. Enhance relationship building with personalized recruiting communications. This is more than a tool. It's a game changer.
A lot goes into building next year's roster. From identifying top prospects to fostering relationships that lead to commitment, recruiting is a full-time mission. Win1 brings it all together into one powerful platform. Whether you're on the road or at the office, Win1 is always within reach. Our iMessage automation makes connecting simple and efficient. Send personalized messages from your own number to every recruit on your list. Adding recruits is fast and effortless. Add as you go, upload a list, or even share a custom QR code. Visualize your roster like never before with the Win1 depth chart. Plan positions, customize views, and keep your recruiting strategies sharp. And just like that, you've built next year's roster. Centralized, connected, and built for success. That's recruiting with Win1. You were built for your athletes. Win1 was built for you.
Four-one is the lead for Thomas as we start the 4th. Man at the plate is Miles Liggins. He was at the dish when the previous inning ended on the caught stealing. 0-1 count to Liggins. Lined off of Sowers. So Liggins will reach. Sowers frustrated by that one, understandably. That was an in-between. You got to either come get it or back up, and he was caught in no man's land, and the hop ate him up. But official score gives Liggins the hit on the play. That one misses. That one over for a strike. 1-1 is your count. Ball and a strike. That one misses. 2-1 now. That one over. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Drew Lee. Lee 0 for 1 in this one. Flares that back foul out of play.
Lee showing bunt those couple of times. They're now real worried about the Liggins at first base.
Lifted. Left field high and deep and slicing foul. Beyond the Thomas bullpen out there. A-back hanging out near the pavilion. They'll play next against Mobile. Right center field. Dropping. What a play. The right fielder coming on. That thing was hit toward right center and then sliced back around. And a diving effort by Reyes to come up with that ball.
That's a long run for him to come in from where he was, too. It is out number 1 of the inning for Thomas.
Ben Harris with a hit his first time. There goes Liggins. Lahan the throw. Little to the left field side of the bag. If it's the right field side of the bag, he's got Liggins. But your fielder has to reach over and then come back for that tag. Plenty of time for Liggins to get in at that point. You can see, though, Lahan clearly very adept at throwing out base runners. "4-1 is your score. There's a strike. So Ben Harris, ball and a strike on him with 1 out and a runner at second. Foul back. Big cut, can't get it for Harris, and he's retired.
That was the 80th pitch for Letchworth. Here in the top of the 4th is where he stands. Jackson Burat up to the plate now. Third baseman 0 for 1 in this one. Gets ahead with the ball on his first pitch. Letchworth low on that pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, man on second. Bright rips that one back. Reyes trails it.
Oh, my. What a play. Because that ball looked like it was going to keep carrying, and Reyes, nice job getting there. But you're probably a couple millimeters from that thing being out of here.
Yeah, off the bat for sure. And as it is, Letchworth gets through the inning. This is the SSAC Baseball Championships.
"37 words that transformed higher education and college athletics.
No person in the United States shall,
on the basis of sex,
be excluded from participation in,
be denied the benefits of,
or be subjected to discrimination
under any education program or activity,
receiving federal financial assistance."
Welcome back live to the ballpark at Jackson as we start the bottom of the 4th with J.T. Watley at the plate. He'll take ball 1. That one misses. 2-0 is your count. As Bordez at work here. Runs it to 3-0. That one over, 3-1. Lifted center field. Romero's there, no problem. 1 away. That one over for a strike. And what a play. What a play and right by Liggins.
So once again, 2 quick out for Bordez.
Push bunt, foul. That one misses. Ball and a strike. Big cut through that one. Seth Waltemeyer trying to start something with 2 away. Fouls that one off, the 9-hole hitter for the Nighthawks. 0 for 1 in this one. Chopper, left side, third baseman Burat up and throwing, inning over. To the 5th we go, SSAC.
"37 words that transformed higher education and college athletics.
No person in the United States shall,
on the basis of sex,
be excluded from participation in,
be denied the benefits of,
or be subjected to discrimination
under any education program or activity,
receiving federal financial assistance."
Top of the 5th, Letchworth back to work here. He'll start with the top of the Wolfpack lineup. Brandon Mooney leads off the inning. Mooney takes the first pitch outside. Mooney 0 for 2 in this one to this point. That pitch right down the middle takes that for strike 1. Pitch well outside. Right-handed batter's box. Ball 2. That one pops straight up. Shortstop ranging over it just into the outfield grass. Goes back on it, has to reach for it. Manages to wrangle it in. It's a great play by the Thomas shortstop, being able to get back on that one. Waltemeyer, again, the wind played with him a little bit. Thought he was underneath it. Started to get away from him. As it is, it's out number 1 of the inning. Garrett Felix steps up to the plate. He takes ball 1. Letchmeyer brings it back in. That is ball 2. Felix 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. The crush he had off the monster in that first inning, then the little bloop seeing eye double that he had his last at bat. It's taken 3 straight balls here to start this at bat. one's inside and low for ball 4. So base runner now aboard for the Wolfpack. And Loyola continuing to make Letchworth work. After that one, he's up to 91 pitches here in the top of the 5th. And there is some activity in the Thomas bullpen. Three-hole hitter Cole Romero up to the plate. He hacks at the first pitch, and it's going to be foul. That one drops in for a strike, so quickly 0-2 on Romero. Romero 1 for 2 in this one, an RBI. Felix at first base, 10 steals on 14 attempts on the season. As Romero strikes out on the third pitch. Brings up cleanup man Landon Manson, 1 for 3 in this one. Pitch inside, gets away from the catcher. Runner not going anywhere. Manson coming into this game batting .362. Letchworth sets, delivers. That ball, pitch is back up the middle. Out at second to end the inning for Thomas. Letchworth works through 5. We'll see if Loyola can answer on the bottom half of their inning. This is the SSAC Baseball Championships.
Lighting is a science with a tremendous amount of complexity. Every field, stadium, and complex has its own challenges. From design to production to installation, Techline Sports Lighting has been a leader in sports lighting solutions for more than 20 years. Techline Sports Lighting, the official sports lighting partner of the Southern States Athletic Conference.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way.
Where the day starts with laughter in local shops and ends under the stars with live music. That's Jackson, Tennessee. It's a place where every moment is an invitation to explore, to connect, to be part of something bigger. Jackson isn't just a destination, it's where stories are written, memories in the making.
It all began in 1937 on this very basketball court in Kansas City. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard,
faces the top
but about
of the
character,
for Thomas. 1, 2,
growth,
3 hitters. Cam Thomas
and
back
rising
up to the plate.
together. From that
first pitch taken for a strike. That pitch low hits the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cam Thomas yesterday hit a home run that may have landed by this point. It's crushed over the deepest part of the fence here, the ballpark in Jackson. That one shot down the line, foul. One ball, 2 strikes on the leadoff man. That one smacked third base, plays it off a bad hop, and he's going to get on board. Looked like it short hopped the glove, popped up off of him, and then caromed off the glove. See what the official stats do. They give it to an error on the third baseman on that one. It is Tyson's on base. And ball's put in play there by Kern. It rolls foul. So he'll do that one over. Kern's 2 for 2 to this point. Good day for him at the plate. Fouls that one back. Ball 1. Off the hand of Bordes. That one's out off the plate. Kern reaches and knocks it foul. Stays alive, having to open up that strike zone just a little bit and protect. That one lifted foul into the bullpen. Nice play by the Thomas reliever down there. Comes off the mound in the bullpen, makes a nice play. Fouled off again. Kern is battling here, trying to stay alive. Checks Tyson at first. Wasn't far off the bag, so easy for him to get back. Tyson 7 of 7 on steal attempts. Pitch low and away. Tyson goes, and he's got it easy as the ball skipped away from Lee. So now Tyson 8 for 8 in stolen base attempts. And Kern still battling here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the inning. Bordes. Kern right back up the middle. Shortstop gets to it, can't make the throw. Runner's going to be on the corners. Nice piece of hitting for Kearns. Battles all the way back, fouls off a bunch of pitches, and finally gets one right back up the middle, and that's going to get some arms up in the Loyola bullpen, starting to warm up and toss. We'll have a meeting at the mound. Pitching coach comes out, going to talk over some things. believe that's number 21 warming up in the bullpen. If it is, that's Peyton Cooper. He's listed as a utility man on the roster, so. Umpire goes out to the mound to break up everything. As it is, Bordez, pitch count right now, 75 or 73 pitches. As Braden Lawhon steps into the batter's box. Lawhon, one official at bat on this one. 0 for 1. Runners on the corner, nobody out. Swings through the first pitch, and I wonder if you put on that steal for second, try to catch him, maybe see if you can steal home as well off the double steal. Second pitch, Lawhon pops that one up in the air. It's going to be right up underneath the center fielder. Makes the easy play, tags up at third. Throw's going to be offline. And the sac fly works its magic for the Nighthawks at this time. 5-1 is the lead for Thomas. Great job getting that ball up in the air and deep enough where it was an easy run from third base. Just one out in the inning. Aiden Reyes steps to the plate. Runner on first. Reyes knocks that one right through the gap. Runner's going to advance to third. Reyes in with a single. And runner is at third, safe. Almost slid through the bag, but still able to hang on to it. Was Kern. So yet again, runners on the corners for the Nighthawks, and gonna have, looks like a pitching change here. It is, ball has been, or the signal's been made to the bullpen. We'll come back with the pitcher and all his information here in just a minute. This is the SSAC.
It all began in 1937 on this very basketball court in Kansas City. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way we lead, the way we make athletics greater than a game, and all strive to do more and be more. At the NAIA, we take the student and student athlete seriously and focus on the whole person, because individual growth doesn't stop at the final buzzer. Our character-driven athletics empower student athletes to succeed in competition, in class, and in life.
I'm not just preparing for the next game. I'm preparing for what's next.
For NAIA member institutions, small doesn't mean limited. It means limitless. Our schools aren't simply the sum of their teams. They're whole communities that are founded on opportunity, strengthened by tradition, and powered by passion.
Here, we build athletic programs that build lives and legacies.
Through our 29 sports, 21 conferences, 250 member institutions, and 83,000 student athletes, the NAIA fosters a culture of competition and connection in an unstoppable intercollegiate movement where athletics push to new heights and integrity keeps us grounded.
We don't measure success in W's alone. Our greatest victory is the community we create for the student-athlete experience.
Across the NAIA, we play for the love of the game, finding strength in our teammates and gaining inspiration from our challengers.
We
New
know
pitcher for the
excellence doesn't
Wolfpack is
happen
number
by
21,
chance.
Peyton Cooper.
That's why we
He is a
built our own
senior
playbook for
5'10"
success.
from Prairieville, Louisiana. Numbers on the season: a 4.78 ERA, 3-0 on the season. This will be his 13th appearance. Started 4 of those games over 26 1/3 innings, 18 strikeouts, 16 walks, and a 287 batting average against.
Cameron Rosario swings through the first pitch from Cooper. Runs on the corners here with a 1 away and a 5-1 ball game. And Cooper's first job is to put out the fire. Keep it on the rails. Get the offense back to the plate. Plenty of time. But you don't want that 4-run number to climb anymore. Rosario.
How did he get that bunt even where
This
anywhere
is state.
close to
No
him?
way. No way. You got to touch it while it's foul. They call it a
Stay
fair ball.
fair.
They call it a fair ball. He's safe. It's a bunt single.
And the run scores.
The run scores. He contorts his body out of the way of the pitch while dropping the bat head on that ball. The ball spins on the chalk line all the way down. The moment Burat realizes it may not go foul, and it looks like it might have gone just a little bit, he tries to touch it, and they say, no, still on the chalk. Base hit, but he had no choice because he was going to get all the way to the back there. You want to talk about the bloop double earlier? You couldn't have placed any better. You couldn't have rolled that ball down the third baseline any better. There's a fly ball left center. Runner tags and advances to third.
It's great base running.
And Thomas is up 6-1 with runners on the corners after Rosario with the sneakiest bunt I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen a ball roll on the chalk the entire 90 feet near about from home plate to third base.
And a ball that started in the batter's box. Yeah. He had to dance out of the way of it to get the bat head on it. It's one of those that he goes back to the dugout and you're like, man, great job. Don't ever do it again. We don't want you to bunt that pitch. 6-1 is the lead. Rosario takes his lead at first. J.T. Watley trying to add to it.
Watley 0 for 1 with the walk. Two already in on the inning, 2 outs, 2 on. Counts 2 balls and a strike to Watley.
That one lifted on the left side. Burat says he's got it, and he does. The inning's over, but Thomas adds to the lead. They're up 6-1 after 5 on the SSAC.
College sports communicators are the lifeblood of any broadcast on television.
Our communicators, our comm leads, our sports information directors, all those folks who touch this industry are really unsung heroes.
They love their university, they love their work. They go out of their way to present the great image for the university, for the players that they represent.
Learn more at collegesportscommunicators.com/celebratecsc.
6-1 is the lead. At the dish for Loyola is Marcus Steen. Steen, Liggins, and Lee due up in the frame for the Wolfpack. The man on the mound is number 13, Riley Kuhar. Kuhar, a 6'3" sophomore from Valrico, Florida. Kuhar, this is his 13th appearance. He's pitched 43 2/3 with 39 strikeouts and 19 walks, a 7.42 ERA, and a 332 batting average against. And Kuhar is sent in to eat some innings and preserve a 5-run lead. Kuhar up and firing. One gone. Kuhar delivers, Liggins takes, ball one. That one over for a strike. Liggins takes there. Liggins working the count here. Gets it full. Big cut through that one. Got a piece of it to stay alive. Grounder, shortstop, backhand and fire, not in time. Liggins legs out, an infield hit. And JT Watley doing the splits down there, unable to get the ball in time to retire Liggins. Grounder, third baseman. On to second and then back to first. So the double play ends the inning. Nice job by Kuhar as we head to the bottom of the sixth in the SSAC.
Years from now, what will you remember? That. It's a small thing. But you know the small things in life feel the biggest.
I'm doing it, Dad!
Now that is something to remember.
Now batting first base. Come on now. Let's go, baby.
There you go. I knew you'd be back. You grabbed me, the Rawlings Trio, the most advanced baseball bat on the planet. And check out my window, man. That's the window to power, to a batting title, to post-game interviews. You and me, we're gonna light this guy up. Looking good, right? And that first rounder on the mound, I don't care if he goes curve, slider, or he's just throwing gas. With me, you've got the bat speed to catch up to anything. The fellas in the lab say it's because my extended barrel, composite handle, and end cap. Look, man, all I know is I've got the biggest sweet spot in the game, and that's the difference between fouling one off and lacing one into the gap. Yeah, feel that weight? That's me talking to your hands. With my balance and your quick wrist, this chump doesn't even know what he's up against. Listen, don't look right now, but his girlfriend's eyeballing you. All right, focus, man. It's showtime, baby.
Bottom 6 in the offing here at the ballpark at Jackson. Lifted left field, one pitch, one out. Matthew Williams flies out right to the left fielder. And Garrett Felix barely had to move on that ball. Now Seth Waltemeyer. Cooper back to work out there for the Wolfpack. He came in relief of Bordez last inning. He's now officially worked an inning. This is his first clean inning to start. 2-0 count. Over for a strike. Peyton Cooper, as we noted earlier, a native of Prairieville, Louisiana. As we talked about yesterday, this Loyola roster, primarily from the state of Louisiana. Very few from outside of the Pelican State. You have one from Florida, one from Canada. Another from Florida, another from Florida, one from Missouri, one from California, another from Florida, one from Maryland, and another from Florida, and another from Florida. So that's it. Everybody else is from Louisiana, and that's an error. Unless he credits him with the hit for the hustle. I don't think he will, though. The scoreboard operator says error. The live stats say error. Error it is. Waltemeyer's aboard. Here's a man who's reached on an error a couple of times. Cam Tyson 0 for 3, but he scored twice. That is the third Wolfpack error of the ball game. That one's over for a strike. That one misses. That one over for a strike there. Called strike 3. Cam Tyson carved up and retired on that one. Nice pitch from Cooper. Hunter Kern to the dish. Oh, they got him picked off. Waltemeyer in a pickle. Trying to run it down, and they will chase him down and apply the hard tag, and Waltemeyer eats it. Now, umpire stops Cooper. Did he? He didn't toss him, did he? I know he's talking to him about what appeared to be a push on the tag. I think that had more to do with he was running toward Waltemeyer, who was trying to change direction like a Looney Tunes character and was kind of spinning in place and was off balance. And then when Cooper got there, he made sure that he applied the tag hard. And Waltemeyer bit it. But Jeremy Kennedy very unhappy, which makes me think they might have tossed Cooper here. Let me see what kind of clarity I can get, SSAC.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student-athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
Don't have any clarity yet on whether an ejection was signaled or not. Jeremy Kennedy was very animated, which is kind of the greatest evidence that we have that perhaps an ejection occurred. The umpire's signal that we saw amounts to a 10-yard holding penalty. So can't tell you much else beyond that. Grounder, Anthony Fernandez, his first at bat of the tournament. Didn't even get to tell you about him. He grounds to short. He's a junior infielder from Miami, Florida. I would give you his numbers, but they're no longer accurate, as that batting average is now different. So we've seen Anthony Fernandez. Fernandez was hitting in place of the shortstop Ben Harris in the 8-hole. Now we are to Burat in the 10 spot. Jackson Burat. Strike one. Six to 1 is the score. Q-Hire delivers. Want to give a shout out to both of the sports information offices for these respective schools, Trinity and Grayson Plunkett at Thomas University. Do a fantastic job. And Kamal Petro here on site with Loyola. Kamal has been very, very good at Loyola for a very long time, one of the best that there is. And so two great sports information offices. Burat strikes out there, 2 gone in the inning. And for people who are out listening, and you may not be really aware of what those jobs are, that may sound like just offering platitudes, but in our line of work, in what we do, having detailed and focused, talented sports information people makes everything much, much, much easier to do. And so shout out to those folks. They don't have an off season. They work everybody's season. All in, no strikes right now, and Brandon Mooney. That one misses 2-0. Two-one count. Mooney awaits. Lifted. Slicing. Left center field. Long run. He'll keep tracking it and get under it, and he makes the play, and the inning is over. So a 1-2-3 inning for Riley Kuhar. Thomas up 6-1. It is stretch time at the ballpark at Jackson.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaa.org.
Six to 1, your score. Good to see that Cooper was not tossed. We were very unclear on what had taken place there. It looks like the umpire was just applying a stern talking to. And again, in the play as we saw it, Waltemeyer's in a pickle, changing direction, slipping in the dirt as Cooper is running at him to try to tag him. And as he gets there, it's now a situation where Cooper's momentum is taking him right toward Waltemeyer. And I think in the heat of the moment, when it's a you or me situation, Cooper just went ahead and applied that tag hard as Waltemeyer was falling. And,
well, it's when you
it looks to the umpire like there was some aggression there.
It's when you get in those situations, too, that you –
right center field gap, and that's headed toward the power alley. And a great job by Romero to cut it off. And now Kern's going to turn the Jets on. What a throw. That should have been an easy double, might have been a triple, and Romero comes over, cuts it off to keep it out of the alley, and just misses throwing him out with his body going away from the bag. Cole Romero's a dude.
An impressive throw.
And Kern realized as he was turning first, I got to find another gear.
Like, uh-oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, back to the play with Cooper.
Yeah, when it's those situations where if you apply the tag softly, the umpire may not see it and may think you missed the tag as he's dipping down.
Right.
So you have to put a little bit of pressure on that tag to make sure you get the call.
Yeah, and if you look at it in a vacuum without the surrounding context, you can see you could perceive it to be something that it's not. And I think that was probably what that argument was about, where Jeremy Kennedy's like, why are you even fussing at my guy? Like,
Yeah.
he didn't do anything. 1-1 count. No, the count was off. And no, it is 1-1. They're just going to have a conversation with Lawhon. The conversation is probably very likely, don't bring the sword back, as he was hunting for it on that last one. So a 5-run lead for the Nighthawks. An insurance run out at second. Lawhon awaits. Cooper steps off and now has to throw. Rule that was implemented a couple of years ago. If you step off towards second, you have to throw that ball, or at least feint it. That one over for a strike, 1-2. Grinding down into the intensity of the moment here, you can tell. Runner aboard, Cooper contemplating every pitch, using every moment of that pitch clock that he can use. 2-2. Now he delivers. Grounder, third baseman. Tough in between. Hop made the play. Now the throw back over, and he throws it away. Now he breaks a throwing error. A throwing error from Landon Manson trying to get the out. When Kern broke from second late, Manson threw it off of the netting, and the insurance run scores on Loyola's fourth error of the game.
Just great base running, heads-up base running. You notice, like you said, in between tough hop, he makes the throw. He can't get everything on it, and then once you see that, you break for second.
Yeah,
you got to beat two throws, and it makes it a lot easier.
And I think the key that you mentioned right there is the in-between hop, because on a normal grounder, he's going to look that runner back to second.
Right.
He's going to make that throw. But the way that ball's hit, he cannot look that runner back to second. He's got to make the throw to first to get the out. And Kern very adeptly realized they don't have time to deal with me. So he breaks. And Manson's got one shot, which is catch and throw, and he did. And didn't work out. 7-1 with 4 errors now on the Wolfpack. And they will tag Reyes after the strikeout, but that's only out 2. They were headed off the field for out number 3, but there was only 2. So now everybody resets. Shows bunt, pulls back.
Cameron Rosario to the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a couple of RBI.
Yeah, he is. And the one time that he didn't get a base hit, he legged out a ball down the line to avoid a double play that earned an RBI and kept the inning alive. So, and the last time he was up, he dropped down the sneakiest bunt you'll ever see that went right down the chalk for 90 feet. Big cut through that one. Cameron Rosario steps back up. Grounder, foul. Burat's got to be saying, quit hitting it to me. Your speed, I'm tired of the way of you hitting this ball over here. That was awkward. Umpire step toward Rosario. Now retreats. Big cut, can't get it. Rosario's retired and the inning is over. But a double, some adept base running, and a throwing error. 7-1 lead for Thomas as we head to the 8th.
At Risk Strategies, we know how important the health and well-being of your student athletes are. During their time in college, they'll face pressure from all different directions, from performance expectations to rigorous physical training, strict schedules, and bodily injuries. These are just a few of the stressors that can be burdens to your dedicated student athletes. With Academic Sports Care, our athletic division focuses on providing specialized insurance and health and wellness solutions exclusively for college and university athletic programs to help your students succeed by staying healthy and safe, offering best-in-class services through innovation and care. Academic Sports Care is a winning solution for your student athletes.
Enter Win1, a platform that unifies athletic management into one intuitive system. With custom profiles for every role within your department, everyone is instantly on the same page. Streamline eligibility tracking with automated transcript updates. Simplify scheduling with a centralized calendar. Enhance relationship building with personalized recruiting communications. This is more than a tool, it's a game changer.
First pitch held off on by Garrett Felix. Same pitcher still on the mound. We had some changes in the outfield. Felix rips that one foul. We've had Elias Garcia check into the ball game for the Nighthawks. He is now in center field for them. They have shifted Reyes, looks like, to left field, and then Kern has moved to right field. Believe the infield is still the same. Kuhar makes the pitch. It's low. Felix walks to open the inning. It is still the same infield. Watley at first, Sowers at second, Williams at third, Waltemeyer at shortstop. Brings up Romero for Loyola. He swings at the first pitch. It's going to be a fielder's choice as the out is recorded at second on the throw from the shortstop. Couldn't get him on the back end of the double play.
Sorting out with our guys in the media room, the press box, as they were walking through the substitutions with us. Again, Reyes moves from right to left. Kern moves from center to right. Garcia, that is number 2, Elias Garcia, enters the game in center in Rosario's spot in the batting order. Lannon Manson at the dish. Big cut, can't get it. Landon Manson awaits the 1-2. Line down the right field line, slicing foul. Plenty of pop on it. One and two now. Sent to left. Picked up. Keeps the runners at first and second. Steen to the plate.
Steen 0 for 3 in the game.
Line caught by the first baseman. Throws back to second, but the throw's high, so they don't get the double play. That saved a hit and maybe a run.
Yeah, it's a great stab at first by Watley.
If he doesn't get that ball, it's at least two.
And it's at least one run.
Yeah.
I almost got the double play on the effort.
Miles Liggins at the dish. Runs that ball in on his hands. There's movement in the Thomas pen, but no throwing right now. See how long Kuhar can ride this one out. Misses away. Kuhar is the pitcher of record by virtue of the fact that Letchworth did not go 5 innings. That one's over for a strike. Let me take that back. Letchworth actually did finish the 5th. I was thinking about Bordez, who did not go 5 innings.
He went 4 1/3, I believe.
Yeah, Letchworth did finish 5, so Letchworth is the pitcher of record. Kuhar ran it in on him.
Again, to get the win, you've got to go 5 innings, but you can get the loss and go less.
Yeah. So a walk. They're loaded with 2 away. Tough spot here, and now there is intentional activity in that Thomas pen at the moment. That one over for a strike. Drew Lee, the man with an opportunity to try to do something here. His team down 6 in the 8th. Bases loaded. That's going to get at least 1, now 2. It's a 2-run single for Drew Lee. And the Wolfpack trying to get off the deck in the 8th, cut it to 7-3.
Trosclair comes in to be the courtesy runner for Lee. So he will take over at first base.
Lannon Trosclair from Opelousas, Louisiana. Garrett Beadle, the pinch hitter. Number 2, the senior out of Zachary, Louisiana. Hitting in place of Ben Harris. Here's the thing. Ben Harris gave way to Fernandez in his last at-bat, and now to Beetle, so Harris is done. So we'll have to see if it is indeed Beetle that goes to short. That one misses inside.
Beetle a 200 average on the season. 9 RBIs in just 20 plate appearances.
Foul back. Ball and 2 strikes. Lifted, center field. Second baseman ranging back. He'll make the play. The inning is over, but Loyola does get 2 back. They cut it to 4. Heading to the bottom of the 8th in the SSAC.
"37 words that transformed higher education and college athletics. No person in the United States shall,
On the basis of sex,
be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity. Receiving federal financial assistance."
Back to work here in the 8th. To check and see who's at short.
Pitch from Cooper lined into left field. Does Sowers. He leads off the inning with the single. To get the Nighthawk 8th inning started here. JT Watley now up to bat. Works against Cooper. Watley 0 for 2 in the game with a walk. Pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes. Going to get us a mound visit from the Loyola dugout. Catcher will go out and join in on the festivities. That's 39 pitches starting this at bat for Cooper, so he's now at 41. Trying to see who is in at shortstop for Loyola, because as we mentioned a minute ago, it cannot be Harris, as he was substituted for Fernandez, and then Fernandez pinch hit for Beetle. I cannot make out exactly who it is at short.
All right, we've got that sorted out. So what happened was they lifted Harris for Fernandez. Fernandez had an at bat, stayed in the game to play short.
Okay.
Then Beadle came in and hit for Fernandez. And so this is Harris's re-entry.
Re-entry, okay.
So Fernandez and Beadle are both burned. There's a single through the left side.
So Watley gets his first hit of the ball game. More importantly, continues the rally for Thomas here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 men on, nobody out. Waltemeyer up to the plate.
2-0 count.
Or Matthew Williams, rather. I am sorry.
2-0 count when he hit that one through the left side. So you got a couple of runners on and nobody out and trouble brewing, and Williams shows bunt. Bunt drop down. Fires over. Sack bunt there. So, back-to-back singles and a sack bunt, and Thomas trying to get back at least one of the 2 they surrendered in the top of the 8th.
Trey Larkin's going to come in and pinch hit now for Waltemeyer.
Yeah, and that's going to be it for Cooper.
Larkin, the 5'10 junior from Milton, Georgia.
We'll tell you about the pitching change on the other side, SSAC.
Lighting is a science with a tremendous amount of complexity. Every field, stadium, and complex has its own challenges. From design to production to installation, Techline Sports Lighting has been a leader in sports lighting solutions for more than 20 years. Techline Sports Lighting, the official sports lighting partner of the Southern States Athletic Conference.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way.
Where the day starts with laughter in local shops and ends under the stars with live music. That's Jackson, Tennessee. It's a place where every moment is an invitation to explore, to connect, to be part of something bigger. Jackson isn't just a destination, it's where stories are written, memories in the making.
Seven 3, your pinch hitter, as we noted before the break, Trey Larkin, the junior out of Milton, Georgia, and his numbers.
.258 batting average on the season. This will be at bat number 32 for him. No home runs, but 5 RBIs in those attempts.
And the new pitcher is Carter Holstein, the 6'2 redshirt junior out of Denham Springs, Louisiana.
And for Holstein, it's a 2.31 ERA. This will be his 11th appearance. 11 and 2/3 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, big number in those 11 and 2/3, and 4 walks on the season, a batting average against of 128.
Larkin awaits the 2-1. Takes inside, 3-1. Foul back. Larkin awaits. Wild pitch, skips away. I've never seen that. It's ball 4, so Larkin will head to first, but it hit off the backstop so hard that it rolled to third base. So they are now loaded with 1 out. Umpire having to shift here with the bases loaded, and he might have a force play in the middle. He won't. Pop up right center field, drifting over. Should be deep enough to score 1. And the runner tags and moves to third. So Cam Tyson with a sacrifice fly gets the run in. Now 8-3. Hunter Kern, 4 for 4 on the day with 3 runs. Got a double on his line. Takes that one. Big cut through it.
Runner goes from first.
They threw him out. So Kern's chance at a 5-hit day goes away. Thomas leads by 5 going to the 9th SSAC.
College sports communicators are the lifeblood of any broadcast on television.
Our communicators, our comm leads, our sports information directors, all those folks who touch this industry are really unsung heroes.
They love their university. They love their work. They go out of their way to present the great image for the university, for the players that they represent.
Learn more at collegesportscommunicators.com/celebratecsc.
It is. A pinch hitter to start the ninth, number 0. Aiden Othama, the 5'9" redshirt freshman out of Luling, Louisiana.
His 20th game he's appeared in, his 11th at bat, batting .500 with 3 RBIs in those appearances.
He'll take that one for a strike.
Othama pinch hitting for Burat
in the 9 hole. Big cut through it. Othama is retired.
Q-Hard gets a quick strikeout on that one. Back to the top of the lineup now for the Wolfpack. Brandon Mooney now trying to stave off the game here. Get a little rally going in the 9th.
Mooney try to get it started. Takes it, ball 1. In the meantime, Q-Har is trying to put together a 4-inning save. When you come into a game and you say, hey, I want to get through this thing with 2 pitchers, you're thinking 8-1 or 7-2 with your starter. Instead, in this case, the starter went 5, and Brandon Mooney sends that one over the right field fence for a solo homer. So Q-Har, still more work to do. Lead down to 4. And Loyola more work to do, but they're 1 closer.
So for Mooney, that hit his 3rd home run on the season, 40th RBI.
That one over for a strike. Felix is your hitter. He's got a couple of doubles today. Line eaten up by the second baseman. He'll throw over. 2 away now. That second baseman's different. It's not 23 in there. I can't tell who that is. Santiago, number 55. Jeremy Santiago, the junior out of Orlando. That one sent right field. And Thomas has knocked off the number 2 seed to move to 1-1 in pool play and keep the field right in front of them. Now they got to root for Mobile to beat A-back and put everybody at even. But Thomas, much like yesterday, they scored 4 runs in the first inning. The difference is today they didn't let up.
Yep.
They kept adding on, defensively very sound all day long, which is something they struggled with yesterday.
And they continue to put pressure on Loyola with the hits, and they kept things going. Yesterday they got those 4 runs, and then they kind of got silent. They'd get a guy on base here or there, but today it was a constant. We've got runners on base. We've got pressure on Loyola and those pitchers, and it led to some errors for Loyola in the field there.
Yeah, and I'm going to say they put pressure on them with the run game, and you're going to look and say, well, they didn't have any stolen bases.
Right,
But there's other ways to do that.
There is.
And they were heads up. They were tagging up and taking the extra base every time they could. Played a great ball game. And then when you look at the pitching performance, Letchworth labored through some counts, 96 pitches over 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks, 1 run, 1 earned. And then what do you say about Riley Kuhar? You can say 3 earned over 4, but he ate 4 innings, and he did it on 60 pitches. He saved your bullpen, and he gets a 4-inning save.
And at 60 pitches, he could possibly come back into the week if he has to throw an inning.
Yeah, if you could get to Saturday, he definitely could turn around and give you one. So, Kuhar with the save, Letchworth with the win, Thomas with the victory. They move to 22-29, and more importantly right now, 1-1 in pool play. It's Mobile and Abraham Baldwin on the other side, right about 30 minutes on the SSAC Baseball Championship from the ballpark at Jackson.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,700 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.